I've been asked to speak on the role of the church in the 20th century, and I want to begin by describing what seems to me to be a severe loss of faith on the part of the church in our time. Then I want to analyze why I believe this has occurred, and then I want to give some suggestions as to what can be done about it. Some years ago, a doctoral dissertation was submitted at Boston University concerning the image of the clergyman in American films. I don't know how much movie-going you do, but you would not have to read this 350-page thesis to know what the general conclusions are. The man who received his doctor's degree on the basis of that thesis came to the conclusion that the Protestant clergyman in American films is usually pictured in one of two ways: either as an ineffectual, bumbling boob, or as a cherubic nonentity. Now, these two possibilities are open primarily to Protestants in the films. The Roman Catholic priest has, up until very recently, been portrayed with a great deal of dignity. The Protestant, on the other hand, is often seen, for example, marrying two people who begin what has been called by one sociologist the American practice of serial monogamy. That is to say, a series of marriages, not to more than one person at one time, but to quite a number of people eventually. Or he is seen engaging in afternoon tea, with or without crumpets, in a situation where he does little more than baptize the status quo and grin somewhat sheepishly while the dirty jokes are being told. The fact of the matter is that the clergyman has met with hard times on the American scene. And the clergyman, of course, is a symbol of the church, whether one likes it or not. The status of the clergyman has dropped considerably in recent times. There was a day when the cleric was regarded, along with the physician and the lawyer, as one of the most distinguished members of the community, one to whom people looked for advice. At the present time, the clergyman falls on the status scheme considerably below physicians, for example, and is often regarded in the way in which the films portray him. Films, you see, like literature, give a barometric idea of the actual social conditions. Take some literary examples to reinforce this. Some of you have read Peter DeVries' novel, The Mackerel Plaza. This book portrays a clergyman who is known to his friends as Holy Mackerel. Mackerel has imbibed modern churchmanship. He designed his own chancel. It consisted primarily of a communion table, the four legs of which were of four different fruit woods to symbolize the four Gospels and their inability to harmonize. Mackerel's great sermonic accomplishment was an address which he delivered in which he argued that it is the final proof of God's omnipotence that he need not exist in order to save us. That is to say, God is so powerful that we can dispense with him because he has made the world in such a way that we don't actually need him. This sort of thing led Mackerel from one great ecclesiastical triumph to another. Others of you perhaps have read John Updike's Rabbit Run. In Rabbit Run, Rabbit, who is a kind of representative of the younger generation today, or maybe of an adolescent American
Sample complete. Ready to continue?